station here in Pagosa Springs, Colorado. Today is none other than our radio station here in Pagosa Springs, KWUF Radio, KWUF Radio, with our owners, Will and Christie Spears. So we are excited to have them with us today. Let's talk to them here on, well, I shouldn't say that we are on Radio Hill. We are on
Wolf Hill.
Wolf Hill. So welcome, Will and Christie Spears. Thank you so much for joining us today. We have a milestone celebration here for your radio station. How many years in 2024 are we celebrating?
25.
25 years here. I don't,
The summer.
time flies. I don't
We
think
must be having fun.
we are having fun. So we are here up on Wolf Hill, and many people do not know that the actual bricks and mortar of the radio station is here right at about 10th Street and Trujillo. Is that correct?
Yes.
And has the radio station always been in this location?
Well, and the studios were downtown at that time.
Okay.
So they just sent the signal up here to the tower, and that was AM 1400 KPAG back then. And then 10 years later or so, in the mid 80s, they built the log cabin and added the FM station, 106.1 FM.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now you've owned it for 25 years, but how long has the radio station actually been around in Pagosa Springs?
That was since 1975. The first signals went out from Wolf Hill.
Wow. 1975.
Yeah.
Do you know how many owners it's seen over the year?
There were quite a few between 1975 and 1999, which is when we took over.
Wow.
There were at least, I don't know, I'm trying to think, 4 or 5 different
Really?
owners. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and not to mention all the various people in our community that have worked at the station at some point.
That's
Okay.
true. It's
In
so
their
funny. You
lives.
run into people and they're
Yeah,
like, I
like,
used to work
oh.
at the radio station.
Yeah, in high school.
Oh, okay. Several people.
I mean,
Yeah.
didn't Carl Eisberg,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Carl
He had a show
Eisberg,
right here in this room.
Jace Johnson, he was a
Johnson,
DJ.
a gal from the, behavioral health
Yeah.
place.
Well, and you guys have employed a lot of interns through our high school as well. I know
That's true.
through the years you've really done a lot with our intern program throughout the years, which is kind of exciting. Can you tell us maybe a little, we asked this question when we interviewed Summit Ski and Sport with Jeff Greer, 25 years. Technology has really changed for all our industries. Right. I can only imagine what it's done for yours. We listen to you. It seems to be almost always on the air. But I know that it's not always easy to keep it on the air. Can you tell us a little bit about some of the changes you've had to go through over the years, and what kind of impact has that been on your business?
Well,
Sure.
you're the engineer.
Yeah, technology has changed. I mean, we started out with a DOS system, and it was kind of more mechanical. They had cart systems where you mechanically would put tapes in, and the ads would be on these little 8-track tapes, and that kind of stuff. And now it's all automated. We've been through a few iterations of the new computer technology. This would be our second one that we're using now, and it enables us to work remotely, or people can send their ads from their phones. The technology's really improved. We use AI sometimes too.
Really?
I mean, we've kind of moved along with the whole process, and technology. We've added a new station for the AM, the 102.5. So the FCC allowed us to add an FM component of our AM station, so we're on both now, 102.5 and 1400.
Well, and then going from 106.3
to 106.1
FM.
And what did that do?
we
Okay.
more power, reach more people further out. So that is another thing that we've done. So we just kind of we keep doing whatever we can to improve our audio and how many people we reach.
Well, and if you don't have a radio,
Yeah,
you
you
can
can
stream us.
online.
Yeah.
Okay.
Worldwide, and we certainly do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think one of the components of being a local radio station is your contribution back to the community. I know I've been in my job almost over 17 years, and I've been on the radio every Wednesday
Yes.
Yeah.
with
You're
the
very
Good
at that.
Morning Pagosa radio show. But that's just us. You do so many other shows throughout the week. And so it's that contribution back to the community of highlighting things going on or different organizations. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. We have lots of shows on the radio. A lot of those are, provided in kind, like it's part of our trade or whatever. And we also contribute probably 10% of our net proceeds to nonprofits as well. So, over the years, we've been able to, improve our balance sheet and just get things in order so that we are able to do just that, So that's something we're proud of. And we'd like to see our community grow and
Yeah,
prosper.
thrive.
So,
We've also talked about the peaks and valley of our economy, not just seasonally, but year to year. And over 25 years, I'm sure you've seen that. Was there ever really a difficult time that you felt, oh, how are we going to continue? Did you identify a year, or does the seasonality of business in Pagosa Spring affect you all as well?
it's funny, sometimes we
Well, we
work
didn't
in
even
reverse.
talk. We didn't talk about. We have the stations over in
Well, right,
Alamosa.
Alamosa, but that was part of that.
So
whole
you've
thing.
grown your
We've grown.
business.
Well,
Tell us a little bit
that was
about
right
that.
during the financial crisis, 2008-9, and
Yeah.
things were a little rough here in Pagosa. Over in the valley, maybe not so much. You still have to eat, and it's an agricultural economy. So, and the stations were available there, so we started building a group over in Alamosa and the San Luis Valley as well, and so it's kind of balanced out our revenue over the years and enabled us to clean things up financially.
Okay.
I think that was helpful, and in turn it helped us employ people and donate to charities.
Yeah.
That kind
So,
of stuff.
we talk about expanding our business, but you expanded outside of the community, and yet it came back to you maintaining your business here in Pagosa
Right.
Springs.
It really did help. Yeah,
So,
I'm sure we would have survived, honestly.
well, yeah. So let's talk a little bit. You both, we talk about co-ownership here of the radio station, and I think each of you have a talent. Tell us a little bit about working for 25 years.
Well, I never thought we'd be working together.
You didn't.
Somehow I got sucked into it.
And she is, great.
Wow.
It's very helpful, I'll tell you. Well, I
Yeah.
got sucked into it too.
Yeah.
So what do you
Okay,
feel
this
your
was your dream.
Yeah,
Oh, I
okay,
don't know.
tell us
Let's
a
not
little-
go that far.
Okay.
Well, tell us a little bit about, what those
Yeah.
strengths are and how do you manage, work and home life
Yeah.
all the time almost.
Right. Yeah, it's constant talking about work. I guess Will's he's more the financial engineer guy, and I'm more
Go getter. You
I
get
go
out
well,
there.
yeah, and do the
Meet
sales
with
and
people.
meet with people, and
Yeah.
so yeah, we're definitely kind of opposite in that respect.
But it works as a good team.
Right.
It sure does.
Yeah.
So
We're lucky.
do you have any other, I don't know, words of wisdom or anything you'd really like to highlight about the radio station and your 25 years here? There
Well,
has to be one tidbit.
one tidbit.
I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Do you have any funny stories that might have happened? Any weather stories, any repair stories, any, we see you around. Will, I wonder if you've ever had to ski up or snowshoe
Oh, yeah.
in to
Absolutely.
fix any of the transmitter.
Yeah,
I'm
it
not
takes
even.
a whole day to ski up to the transmitter and back.
Oh my.
So you bring your lunch and you go up there, and it's a beautiful view. So that's fun, and the skiing's pretty good usually. Lots of elk, on the southern faces.
Well, luckily you know how to do that stuff.
Yeah, I had to
not
learn.
everybody
I had to
is
learn. That's just
good at that.
well, yeah, you can learn. Just ask questions.
Well,
Call for help.
yeah. Well,
Watch YouTube.
Watch YouTube. Right?
that would be interesting. Well, we can't tell you how much I think that we take KWUF radio for granted because it is on the air. But if there's emergencies, weather, I think you've done some great shows. I look at over the years, even shows like the Hunters Report.
Right.
And I think you have been hugely involved in our schools and
School sports.
broadcasting the school sports.
Chris Oliver.
Tell us a little bit
Yes.
about that.
Yeah, Chris, he
Wow.
really was amazing with the
Yeah.
sports, and the kids loved him, and he really hardly missed a game.
He loved radio. He loved
it was
everything.
his life,
Yeah.
and he was Citizen of the Year 9 years ago, and he deserved it. He earned it.
Yeah.
So
Jazz show he did for
Jazz show,
years, and he loved that.
blues, jazz. Yeah.
So I think, when it comes down to it, that's a backup for us. We go to find out about emergencies, about weather, all the different things that you have that communicate the importance
Mhm.
of various aspects of our community. So we thank you so much for being a staple in our community. Again, one last chance. Any last words of wisdom for a business owner or just a comment about your 25 years here in Pagosa Springs?
Well, we've been chamber members that whole time, and I just encourage people to, participate with the chamber.
Yeah, and in the community.
In the community, yeah. Get out there and meet your fellow citizens.
Great. Okay. Well, thank you all again so much. I don't know if people can really see it, but I'm kind of panning around. Right behind Will is just bookcases
Yeah.
full of records of vinyls. So there is definitely the vinyl shine back there, which is also very fun here.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much, Will and Christie Spears, for joining us. Congratulations on your 25th anniversary coming up in September officially. But thank you for joining us this Monday. And thank you all for joining us, finding out a little bit more of all our businesses here in the community. Thank you, and we'll see you again next Monday.
Oh.